So, hello friends, welcome once again. And this is the weekly analysis of the US stock markets and a few US stocks. And last couple of weeks, I had taken a live session for the benefit of various participants. But I think last time, what I got a feeling, what I got a feedback is that. Because of the difference in the time zones, many participants could not attend the live session, and so I thought that let me record my sessions on Sunday. So that I can, upload it on my YouTube channel, and you can view these at your convenient time, whether it is on a Sunday or any other day. So that is the logic of this recorded video, and we will follow the same structure. I will be analyzing the US indices, two indices, and three stocks from my side. I have the stocks which I have scanned, and I have also got some indications from the previous live session participants about a couple of stocks which they want me to analyze. So I have taken that also. So on this background, let me start the session, and thank you very much once again for joining. Yes, in fact, if you want your choice stocks to get analyzed, I would request that you can put your choice stocks on the comment box below this video, so that in the next week I can analyze them for you specifically. So now let me share the screen, friends, and I'm sure that everybody is able to see the screen. Just one second. Okay, so now uh, this is on your screen. What you're seeing is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Dow Jones Index. Now, before I start my analysis, I would like to specifically put up a disclaimer here. Whatever analysis we are doing here, whatever evaluation, the targets, the breakouts, etc., these are for educative purposes and analytical in nature, so they are not recommendatory in nature. You must take your own investment decisions, and that is true. That is also applicable to everybody, I would say, whether you are a trader or an investor. Always take your own investment decisions. So, on this background, friends, let me try to analyze what is happening in Dow Jones Index. Now, last week in my live session on last Sunday, I had analyzed that Dow Jones is in an upward trending movement, and we had anticipated that 35,200 was one resistance which the Dow Jones was getting, and once that is broken, I had indicated that we can expect another 250-point upward movement. So yes, on Friday it has happened that the Dow Jones hit a high of around 35 610. So now this incidentally is technically a resistance area. Based on the Fibonacci levels which we follow, this is a resistance area. So 35 600, which is the all-time high for the Dow Jones Index, not only on the intra-day basis but also on a closing basis. This level, the current level, is acting as a strong resistance based on the technical parameters. So, there is a possibility, therefore, that there might be some correction or some sideways movement in the coming days. The index might go sideways, but there can be good action in various stocks. So there are certain stocks which I have taken for analysis today, and we have seen in the last few months, in fact last few weeks, that even though the index many times has given sideways movements like this, the specific stocks have been outperforming. So that situation I expect that it will continue, And therefore, right now, for the broader understanding, we can say that for the Dow Jones index, 35,600 on the upper side and 35,100 on the lower side. We are most likely in this range of around 500 points for the index. So this is the key levels. Please note, friends, that 35,100 is a very important level. When I talk about this, this was actually the earlier breakout level, and therefore, any breakout, any resistance, once it is broken, tend to give you the support, and that support, if that is broken, then there is a possibility of a further correction. In that case, we might see lower levels. But broadly, as I said, the technical structure suggests that there may not be a very heavy correction, but we may see a more of a sideways movement. So this is the evaluation of Dow Jones index. Now let me go to the SPX, which is more followed and more traded. So on the XPX, I had indicated last time, if you remember, I had drawn this channel, this rising channel here, and this rising channel has been touched in yesterday's, that is Friday's movement. So we touched a high of 4461. In fact, I had indicated last time that 4440, that is was a very strong level, and once that is broken on the upside, we can see higher levels, and therefore the overall technical structure of S&P 500 is much better compared to the Dow Jones index. So we can see a lot of action in the broader market, because this is an index of 500 stocks. So broader market seems to be more bullish compared to the Dow Jones index. So and here, yes, we can expect higher levels now. At least another 50 to 75 points jump from the current levels. As it breaks this channel, we can see upward movement. Please note, friends, those of you who are slightly aware of price analysis, please note that this upper channel which I have drawn, this white dotted line which I have drawn here, this is not a resistance line. Please note, this is a target line, and therefore, as we observe here, I'll just expand the screen. So as we observe, we have touched the target line. It is not a resistance. It doesn't mean that the price will fall from this level, but it means that the target has been achieved. When it is a target line, it can be still broken on the upside. So one has to understand the difference between a resistance line and a target line. So though this is a little more technical, but for the general investors, please note that we are in an upward movement, and we can expect higher prices as far as SPX 500 is concerned. Now, let me go to the stocks for this week. Incidentally, last week I had analyzed Goldman Sachs, I had analyzed Citigroup, and I had also analyzed Walmart. And I'm sure those of you who have observed or traded in that would have benefited, because most of the actions happened as we were expecting. Though in case of Citigroup, we are just near the breakout level of $72, and right now we are at 73. So not much of action has happened there, but I am expecting that in the subsequent days that should happen. So now for this week, let us see some specific stocks. So the first stock is that is Snowflake Incorporated, and as you can observe, this is a stock which was finding resistance, as we say, selling pressure nearer to $280 for a long time. And after a lot of consolidation, this stock has broken the resistance level, and it has gone above the 280 levels. So this is a good breakout. Now, why do I say it is a good breakout? The simple reason is that this breakout is with volumes, and as you can observe on the lower panel, the volume chart here, the volumes are higher compared to the last average 20 days. Now, this white line on the volume indicates the 20 days average of the volumes. So it has started moving up. The price action has started along with good volumes, or volumes are building up here. And on the upside, in the next few days or a couple of weeks, we should expect the price to test 320 to 330 levels. So there is a good upward movement, especially for short-term traders and also for investors who might be wanting for this sort of a 10% return. So this is a good trade here. And for any good trade, we must also be aware where we must keep our stop loss. This is what I always say in my sessions or training sessions on technical analysis, that any trader not only must know about the targets, but he must also equivalently know about the stop loss, where he will exit the trade. So in this case, I would say that 270 is a key level which must not be broken. And therefore, if 270 is broken on the downside any day for whatever reasons, then we have to exit the trade. So currently the price of Snowflake Incorporated is around 290. So we are taking a $20 risk here for a $30 to $35 upward movement. So this is one good trade in action right now, and we can expect good movements in the next week. Now let me go to the second stock for the day, and that is Caterpillar Incorporated here. Now, the second this second stock which I have taken is interestingly, it was getting a resistance at a previous support area. This stock got resistance on Thursday at around 224 levels. It closed on Friday at 218. But the technical structure suggests that any day in the next couple of days we should get a breakout of 224. Now, one more thing which probably people who are already aware of price analysis might be able to understand this easily. I have drawn this yellow line here, which is giving you an indication that price has made a new low. Incidentally, at this juncture, when the prices were falling and the price made a new low, it touched a low of around 199. At that point in time, the stock made what is called a positive divergence. So a positive divergence actually reverses this downward movement, and that is what has happened as it broke this channel line of 212. We saw one upward movement up till 224. Now this 224 was the resistance, so the prices have stopped rising, and we are seeing a slight correction here. Therefore, the trade for us would be that the moment it breaks 224, that will be a good entry point for us. We will not buy at 218 because it is still in a correction mode. But as it breaks the resistance of 224, I expect that a lot of other new players, new traders will jump into this stock. And on the upper side, we will target the previous high, which is placed at 245. So a $20 approximate movement here. And the stop loss, as I just said, that stop loss is always important for us to understand. So the stop loss here after the breakout occurs at 224. Your stop loss will be 215. Now, please note, friends, that I always tell people that you must have what is called a trailing stop loss. So a trailing stop loss would mean that once you are in the trade at 224, you enter the trade, you keep a stop loss of 215, and as the price moves in your favor, so the price goes, let us say, from 224, it goes to 230, 235. As the price goes in your favor, you keep on trailing your stop loss, you keep on reducing your risk. So from the stop loss of 215, you will increase it by $5. The thumb rule remains that for every $10 movement, increase your stop loss by $5. So 50%, jump in the trailing level. So this is important for any trader, because trading is not only about generating good returns, but it is also about managing the risk, and that is very important here. So this is where this is one stock which I feel should get a good movement. As you can observe, the last few days of action, the price action which has happened is with good volumes. The breakout which happened here, the one rise which we saw from 214 to 222 was with huge volumes, and I would expect that 224, whenever that level is broken, maybe in a couple of days, that time also the volume spike should occur. So this is the second stock for the day, and incidentally, the third stock for the day is something which one of the participants has already asked me, and that is Boeing. So the symbol is BA. So Boeing company. This stock has been in a falling channel, as you can observe these two blue lines. Uh, this was in a falling channel, and it has got a little resistance at 241. Right now we are at 234.35 levels. Key support at 227. So in case you are already in the trade, you can keep your stop loss at 226. The hourly structure, that is the intraday movements of the this particular stock, suggests that it can take support near about to this level, 230 to 233 levels, and then it should start rebounding. Now fresh trade can happen as it breaks the 241 level here. So I have marked this with an up arrow, and 241 is a good breakout, and that breakout I'm expecting with volumes it will happen. And once that has occurred, you can target the first target which I have calculated is at 261. Now always, whenever we are as I said, that this is also an educative session, so always remember that whenever you are evaluating any stock, you must have not only one target in mind, but a couple of targets. So the first target here is 260, and once that is achieved, we will then recalculate and check whether the technical structure supports a further rise in the price. So to that extent, I would say price analysis is a very dynamic science. So as the action happens, you are slowly and steadily you are evaluating and re-evaluating the situation. So that is the interesting part of price analysis. And so as the action goes ahead, you will re-evaluate your stock. So this is the third stock for the day from my side, and now I'm coming to the couple of stocks which I think my previous participants in the live session, they have indicated to me on the various media, that is some WhatsApp or something. So they have indicated a couple of stocks. So let me analyze them. So the first stock from the participants side is JP Morgan, and yes. So in case of JP Morgan, someone has asked me this. JP Morgan, the financial stocks were in limelight, and as you can observe, the price action has occurred here. Unfortunately, the volume is still a little less. Especially, it is the volumes is lesser compared to the last average 20 days. So this movement probably is getting some resistance, because there is no follow-up volume happening here. Price action is there, but volume action is not there, and that is why we may see some slight sideways movement and thereafter a subsequent rise. Now, in this case, whoever asked this particular stock, I would suggest that 162.40 was the high on Thursday. As it breaks this, always check the volume, whether there is a good amount of volume happening. If yes, then you can definitely target 167 to 170, which should be your profit booking level. In case you are already in the trade in this stock, I would suggest that you must keep a stop nearer to. So I'll just mark that point for you. So your stop for the stock is 157. Just a second. Yes. So 157 should be your trailing stop now. So whenever you would have entered the trade, probably your stop was lower. Now your stop should be trailed to 157, and you can keep holding the stock. The only part which is not in favor of this stock, the upward movement, is the volume. So volume action needs to happen for the stock to go up. So this is one stock from the participant side, and there is one more stock, very interesting stock. I think in my first live session also, last week, the first live session which I had taken, someone had asked me, Apple, and that time also I had indicated it was in a triangle. And as you can observe from last so many days, the stock has been hovering inside the triangle which I have drawn here. And I had indicated that time also last week that for a few days the stock may go sideways before the subsequent action. And I think that week has now come. That price action week has now come, because the last couple of days of movement, that is Thursday and Friday, we saw some good action. There is an attempt by the stock to break the triangle, and also there is a slight increase in the volumes, as you can see at the lower panel. I'm expecting, therefore, that as the price breaks the triangle, the volume buildup will be there. And I'll just compress the chart so that you can see the longer term structure here. So yes, now in case of Apple, it is a good trade for traders, especially because a break beyond 150. Now this last closing for the stock is 149. Yesterday, I mean, that is on Friday, it touched a high of 149.50. So beyond 150, there will be a quick movement of around $8 to $10. I'm just giving a broad idea, because this is a target line, as I just indicated in one other stock. It is a target line which I have drawn. So it is a minimum value it can go. It is not the maximum, and therefore it can go a little higher than that also. But a quick movement of $7 to $8 at least should be expected beyond 150. Always keep in mind that any trade you are taking, always keep a stop loss, and here your stop should be at 145. So once you are in the trade beyond 150, you're targeting around $8 or $9, and initial stop loss keep at 145. And as the price goes in your favor, as it makes newer highs, in this case Apple is making newer highs, you can trail your stop loss. Now this sort of a technical structure is very interesting. This is a triangle formation, as I have indicated, and triangles are, in technical language, we say they are continuation patterns, and they tend to continue the current trend. So the current trend, as you can see, is on the upside. So this is as far as Apple is concerned. Now let me go to one more stock from the participants side, and that is AMD. So Advanced Micron Devices. Yes, yesterday, that is on Friday, there was some good action in this stock with some higher volumes. But I would say in this particular stock, my technical evaluation suggests that we may see a initial resistance at 115. So the Friday's closing is 110. Now this 110 level, though yes, on Friday there was a good movement, but on the upside, if you are in the stock, if you are long this stock for trading purposes, your stop loss should be nearer to the yesterday's low, that is 106. And you must book some profits at 115 levels, because this is a resistance area, and once that is broken, only then we can see a retest of 122. So 115, 116 level should act as a resistance. Now this I am saying not only by checking the daily structure of this stock, but also the weekly structure of the stock. A combination of that, daily and the weekly charts are suggesting that there is a resistance at 115, 116 levels. So in case you are in the stock, you can book some profits. Fresh buying in this particular stock is not suggested. So I think, friends, I think you have got a lot of idea as to what and how we are going to trade in the next week, especially in the index, as well as the various stocks, the three stocks from my side, and also the three stocks which you have indicated to me. Now, once I'll repeat this again, that if you want your stocks to get analyzed, please put that in the comment box. So next week, the same time, I'll be recording this video, and next week I can take up your stocks. So thank you very much for viewing this, and have a nice weekend and a nice, good trading week ahead. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you.